What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Wisco Madman, coming at you with another reaction video. If you guys haven't already, be sure to smash that like button right there. Hit that sub, flip the notifications to all. Now, we checking out Jessie B. This one is How Legends Never Die. You guys have been waiting for it. I know you have. And yes, I'm aware. There's a special intro. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump up in it.
Check that fucking fire right there.
Yo! Check that fucking fire out. Appreciate you, Jessie.
Really? Just fucking hold up, Jessie. Hold up.
Holy crap! Shots fired in every which way. Is that Jessie B?
It's like a confession tape. Yo, this is sick, bro. I mean,
So I didn't even let Kurt stop talking. I just kind of wanted to cover the intro quick and say it started with me. I believe it went to, if I got them all correct, all of them in order. I believe me, Father Son, Official Ambro, and then Captain Kurt. I think that's what it all was. I'm gonna let it replay and then I'll pause it again and kind of give you what my thoughts were on it.
Check that fucking fire right there. Really? Just fucking hold up,
Yeah,
Jessie.
Father Son,
Holy crap!
Ambro.
Shots fired in every which way. Is that Jessie B?
it's like a confession tape. Yo, this is sick, bro. I mean, kudos to Jessie B. This is insane.
So, yeah, I think it's the 4. Now, the one part that I'm not sure of is the female voice that says, "Is that Jessie B?" I'm not sure where she pulled that from, or she had somebody say that for her. But, yeah, dude, I've told Jessie this before, and I'll say it again. It means a lot to me as a reactor, or even as a person, like when you know, people in general, when you give your thoughts on something and somebody appreciates it so much, it really humbles me. It makes me feel good for what I do, and this is what I do it for. Not to be featured on the song, like that's props, that's fucking awesome. Like, I would have never imagined getting into this that was going to happen, but for the fact that an artist appreciates it so much, because she is insanely talented, and to earn the respect from somebody with that kind of talent, it means the world to me, man. Jessie, thank you. So obviously I've seen a bunch of the promo. I've shared the promo, so I kind of already know this chorus a little bit. But like, I think it's super cool that she brought in Elvis as some of the visual here. That's fucking dope. And it really speaks to the idea of the song, that, you know, when she says how legends never die, like, and you show Elvis, like, everybody knows Elvis is a fucking legend, dude. And I already thought it with the promos here, but I gotta say, like, just watching her make this music video, like, it really speaks to how she's just, like, she's feeling it, man. She's on her shit here. And then if you look behind you, behind her, I mean, she's got Eddie Van Halen, Patsy Cline, Dr. Dre, The Beatles, Waylon Jennings, Elvis, Alice in Chains, George Strait. See what else I can catch on here. I'm gonna guess that's Dolly Parton, because I see Dolly. And then Tina Turner, Merle Haggard, Hank Williams Jr., Led Zeppelin on the corner there. Kurt Cobain behind her there that I missed. And I think that's most of them. I mean, I'm probably missing some here or there. Feel free to throw it in the comments if you notice another one. But dude, that's really dope imagery. I respect that. Like, kind of, I don't even know what it makes me think of. Like, you know, maybe being at a club or something like that, or a venue where a bunch of artists got to sign their names or something like that. But either way, really dope imagery.
Story goes, everybody knows once upon a time they lived a lonely dream, a misdemeanor on their mind, born and bred for greatness. It's a tale as old as time, a poet who don't know it, but they're raised to rap and rhyme an old song.
It just kind of makes me laugh and chuckle a little bit, like a poet that don't know it, like, because that's really what rap is fucking poetry, man. It really is fucking poetry. And we've already seen just in the first minute how Jessie's showing her ability to sing, her ability to rap, like the way she puts these fucking videos together, because as far as I'm aware, like, she does most of it. I think her brother helps her a little bit, but like a lot of this shit is Jessie. So it's amazing the shit that she comes up with. She's just so fucking creative.
With the story, unanticipated glory, a misfit who never fit within a single category, a minor on a mission, undefined premonition, a musician with tuition in uncharted territory. They can't tell but they feel it, everybody sees it, so they plot to put a stop and replicate how they sees it. They can't understand how a single person can possess the fire for empires and desires for progress. Dollar signs from the devil, take it to another level.
Yo, she's like mixing her fucking singing and rapping here. I love that. Like, she just seamlessly flows from singing to rapping back to singing, like kind of a half and half mix of both. Like, that's fucking dope.
Burn the legend for creating something that was special. Try to confiscate what they can't create or control, but you can't cast a stone at someone who was born for rock and roll. Legend pays attention.
You know, I got a shit ton of respect for hip-hop artists that mix the other shit. That's really what I love so much about Church, is how he does so many different genres, or even mixes like rap with rock or whatever. Like, so she brings up like rock and roll and stuff like that, and that's really like, she brings a lot of different things in here. And then, sorry Jessie, I can't pick out the instrument off the top of my head, but that whistle that she's got going on there, it really, like, it's part of the vibe. Like, I fucking feel it, man. I love that little whistle. Jealous ears start to hear what the legend's speaking on, and they still be hating.
Features trying to ride on tailcoats, hit them where it hurts, but the legend will prevail. So they die.
You know, that's something too, and that's, you know, as I do reacting and shit, that's something I think about as far as how I hit people up in like business dealings or partnerships or collabs or any of that kind of shit. Like, I don't want to be that person riding coattails. Like, if you want to work with me, cool. Like, as a mutual respect thing, that's great. Like, I'm all down with that. Matter of fact, shout out to Kurt for, like, being the one that came to me to, like, offer, you know, collab shit and stuff like that. Like, I think that's super dope. It's a recognition of the hard work that you put in and that you're onto something, you know, and that's, like, you do this stuff and you work on it time and time again to like grow yourself, and then when people start to recognize, like, that's great. But I really try to avoid coming off like I'm trying to ride somebody's coattails. You know, I don't give a shit. Like, there's gonna be viewers, there's gonna be haters that are like, oh, you riding coattails, but like, you know, I really make sure that my business dealings or my working with people is genuine.
In. They focus back to where it started. Cut ties with the ones who were stone cold hearted. It's their
Cutting ties. You might have heard me say this in a reaction once before, but like if you're gonna move on and move forward, I'm not saying cut ties with everybody, but you gotta pay attention to your circle. And something I used to be told, and I'm not saying it's a hard fast rule, but it's a good kind of quick quotable to live by, is you are the sum of the closest 5 people that you hang out with. And it kind of gives you this idea that, like, if you're hanging out with the wrong fucking people, shit, probably time to cut ties with some of those people.
They found themselves and elevate what was missing, but they lose their sense of trust and become so unforgiving. They're still a lonely dreamer.
Actually, I feel like I kind of lost track on that part since I cut it there. I'm gonna go back on that to hear that full verse again.
So they dial it in, they focus back to where it started. Cut ties with the ones who were stone cold hearted. It's there they found themselves and elevate what was missing, but they lose their sense of trust and become so unforgiving. They're still
Yo, lose their sense of, like, it's there they find themselves, but they lose their sense of trust. Like, the story she's telling here is just like, yo, I can fucking relate, man. You get to a point where you've done that so much where you start to feel like you're just kind of keeping yourself cooped up in the house or solo at least. Like, not like you don't get out, but like just kind of don't know who you can trust no more. You know what I mean?
Lonely dreamer, but they lost touch with the poet. They look back on their story but forgot the one who wrote it. They may fall in the end, you can see it in their eyes. The good die young, but a legend never dies.
Yo, that entire sum of that verse, like the story she was telling there, it's 100% truth, Jessie. 100% truth. You spot on with that shit. I don't know if y'all caught that shit. I imagine most people probably caught that shit, but let's play it back for a second. Oh, that was epic. Like, you want to talk about throwing some shit in right at the end? I don't know if I missed it earlier in the video, but if that's the only time she showed it, that's a fucking dope little sneak in there. As she's talking about, like, you know, people turning on you and everything else, then, well, I obviously had to catch it because I was so distracted by what was passing over that it said Redneck Nation, right? But then she's obviously like, and this is how I realized it was church, because, like, it's so zoomed in, I didn't realize it was church at first, but then you got Mama Didn't Try, so I know damn well it's church. So that's pretty dope that she threw that shit in there. I like it. It fits the theme of what she's been covering lately and what I've been kind of trying to throw my piece in on as well.
Be well versed in reading in between the lines.
Whew. Just the way she fucking carries that note, dude. That deserves going back a little bit so we can get the context on that.
Story play 100 times. Be well versed in reading in between the lines. And you too will know how legends never die.
Yo, Jessie. Like, oh my god. You picked the right reaction from me. And yes, that those of you who don't know, that particular cut came from something different. And shout out Captain Kirk, because I didn't know where it came from. Matter of fact, he hit me up to try to find it, and it came from a something different reaction, which, I mean, I'm not surprised. that was probably one of her best bangers. Something different was right on point, and shit. This is how Legends Never Die is right the fuck up there with it. Like, for real. For real, right up there with it. But, yeah, dude, no joke. I was going back on all kinds of shit. Like, that actually kind of... Kurt hit me up for that, kind of gave me the second to relook at, like, some of my older style reactions, like, before I started doing these backgrounds like I got on this one. And I just didn't... You know, it's healthy to go back and look on where you've come from sometimes, especially when you're doing shit like this. Like, I highly recommend to anybody on YouTube, like, even if you're getting started out and you're like 2 years down the road, you're finally starting to build or whatever, like, look back on some of your stuff, kind of see where you've come. Number one, it'll pump you up to see your progress. But number two, like, when you're debating, like I was, you know, are the backgrounds worth it? Are the titles worth it? Whatever. And I'm like looking at it like, I don't even need to ask y'all anymore so much. I mean, I still give a shit what your guys' opinion is, for sure. Like, I always take into consideration opinions and stuff like that for improvement. Or, you used to do this, you should bring that back, or whatever, you know. But looking back, I was just like, damn, there's a huge difference between the way I used to present my reactions, the way I do now. So, I mean, I'm definitely not at the peak, but I'll continue growing. And on that note, watching Jessie grow, man, like, damn. Just when you think the girl, like, something different, like, you done made a new bar to pass, right? And then she puts another song right up there with it. Like, god damn. I'm definitely not gonna say, like, it surpassed it. But being that she just came out with an album full of bangers, and then she came out with this one that beat probably half the album, like, this was another good one. And a big reason why I say that is the mix of singing and rapping, and then showing different talents, showing how soft she can sing, like how we closed it out. I don't know for sure if I mentioned that, but how she closed it out just kind of softened the singing voice there. That was beautiful fucking touch. But that high note too, like I said, man, like, dude, she showed so many of her fucking talents in this video. And then the imagery, as always, like Jessie never fails to entertain with the visuals that she chooses for music videos. So, y'all like this reaction video, be sure to smash that like button. Thank you guys for commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Be sure to check out Jessie B's page. It's down in the description below, as is the link tree for my socials if you want to follow me on other platforms. Appreciate y'all waiting for this reaction. Appreciate y'all being here. And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.